there's the moment of we're born gladiators, and you and I, since we were teenagers, it didn't matter how hot it was in Jersey and stuff. You'd go still train regardless, and you had to get in that battle, and you push it regardless who shows up, right?
Well, I went even further. You know, you lived in warm climate. I lived in cold climate. For me, if there was 4 foot of snow, I'd dig my way out and walk to the gym to get to the gym. And I always say, like, you know what? And no disrespect to California, but you know, I was this guy with this mindset that say,
don't worry, I'm at Washington State, same thing.
Yeah. So when I lived in, you know, when I lived in New Jersey and it was like snowing and nobody could travel to the gym, you know, the gym owner gave me a key. And no matter what, I got to that gym training because I was telling myself, there's people in California right now in the sun, you know, enjoying the hot weather. And I'm going to go out there in 20 below zero, get to the gym no matter what, and train. Because that was my mindset. I said, I'm going to the gym no matter what. I'm not missing a workout. If there was no way I was going to travel and there was a blizzard, there was a way that I was going to get to the gym and travel. But that was my mindset. So and I said, when I moved to California, I'm going to eat these guys alive.
Yep. So then I'm correct to understand that it was the mindset and the added F you kind of thing where it's like, I don't care that you got sunshine. I'll still train in this, and that will make me mentally stronger than you boys out there.
Exactly.
Is that right? Okay, good. Because that's going in the
almost like Rocky when he fought, you know, Drago. Remember he was out in the snow and he was, that kind of thing.
Okay, so then let's jump forward. For some reason, especially in bodybuilding, sorry guys, but there seems to be they hit whatever it is they wanted, and then maybe it worked out for them, maybe it didn't, but then they go completely the other side. I don't do this no more. I train moderate. I just do machines. It's the hunger is gone, but it's gone to an extreme amount to where they almost say everything I did back then as a teenager mentally and in my 20s and 30s was incorrect. This is a much better position of me being content. You're not that. Am I correct to understand you're not the guy that's content going, hey, cool, I'll phone it in. I won't train it as intense. I won't diet as intense. You're not competing at the Mr. Olympia, so why train so hard?
I do it because I enjoy doing it. I enjoy, you know, pushing my body the best I can. You know, you know, this year I'll be 60, so I'm not a spring chicken, but I still enjoy going to the gym 5 days a week, hitting it hard. You know, the first thing I do in the morning is I get up at 5:30 in the morning and I get to the gym and I train. And, you know, I always challenge my body to be able to continue, you know, training to intensity. You know, when I was in my 20s, I destroyed the weights because I just love to train. You know, I'd go through 2 training partners because I like to train really hard, long drop sets, supersets, you know, descending sets, whatever I could do, negatives. I still do the same thing. Can I go as hard? Maybe not as hard in my 20s, but I'm still pushing.
You go as hard as you can for where you're at.
Exactly where I'm at. And I'm still training with guys 20 years younger than me and pushing them to say, how the hell are you doing this? And with no injuries, you know, people watch me sometimes. You know, I push myself. I'm still really strong on legs and I can still push hard. You know, unfortunately, I had from lifting, you know, from competitive days, I had herniated disc in my neck. So my upper body is not as strong, but I can still push it as hard as I can. And I still do. And I'm not injuring myself. I see people, you know, on Instagram saying, you know, you're training incorrectly and you're going to hurt yourself. Dude, I'm 60. I'm not going to hurt myself. I know how to train. I know what I'm doing when it comes to my body, just like you know what you're doing. And if you could push yourself to a level that you're not going to hurt yourself and push your body to, you know, to failure, you know, I still enjoy doing it. For me, training is like my yoga. You know, people that do yoga, for me, training in the gym, I don't bring my phone to the gym. I sometimes like do a video or a photo that my training partner will do, but I'm not in there texting people when I'm in the gym. And if I have any training partners work with me, if I see them texting someone, I get rid of them. I say, you're coming in here to train. You could take videos, you know, of yourself, but you're not going to sit here and go to the gym and then sit there and have conversations with people. This is something that you're going to do for an hour and a half, and you're going to go balls to the wall out to train your body.
Okay, so I just wanted the viewers to understand that you and I have this, we'll call it an issue with not being done. I'm
Yeah.
not done with that battle. I'm not done with going to the gym and phoning it in. I'm not done with going, hey, let's drop it. I train today as hard as I possibly can for where I'm at, as I did when I was 16. And you're right. It's interesting to see society look at you, someone that's done it. You're a master at the craft. You've spent so many years doing this. You understand how your body functions and the form for you and the speed that you can move, and you're safe. I just wanted the viewers to understand that. So this won't be one of those podcasts of how can I just kind of coast out. We're not coasting out. I guess you would say that we're going with our boots on.
I still go, as hard as I can. But you know what? Being older, I always get checkups to make sure, that I'm not, hurting myself, which I'm not. I do a lot of things where I go to chiropractors. I go on tables to get my, to keep my discs breathing. So,
Yeah.
I go into, traction to be able to, because, with all the training, you can have compression. And when you get older, you want to prevent that compression. So I do traction to open up my discs. I check my blood levels. I do everything possible, Mike, to make sure that I stay healthy and, follow this anti-aging lifestyle because I believe in it. I feel I'll be doing this until I'm 90 to 100 because I enjoy doing it. I was watching, I was at the gym and the TV was running and there was a guy that was 59 years old and this guy looked like with a cane, he needed assisted living. And I'm looking at this guy, go, I'm the same age as this guy. And over here pushing these two guys 20 years younger than me, and I'm making him cry. And I'm seeing this guy, and I'm like, this poor guy, what did he do wrong? And it's unfortunate because there are some people that things happen to them and they age and they need help. And I just believe that the way you and I live this healthy lifestyle of eating properly, training properly, we still work hard. We do everything to extremes, and that's what makes us above the rest.
Why are you that in shape or dieting that hard or training that hard when you're not doing the Mr. Olympia, when you're not getting on stage? Why do you do this, Mike? Doesn't make sense to me. And so I have my own answer, but why do you go in at 59 and push the edge? Because I know you keep saying, and you don't have to, not to me, you don't, not to my viewers, you don't. You train smart. We know you train smart. And again, we're going to still push it to the edge to where nothing's guaranteed, but we push it. Why do you push it to that edge when you could just go in and do the 8 reps and the moderate weight and not the drop sets? And why 20-year-olds? Why do you train with 30-year-olds and 20-year-olds? Why do you do that? Why do you pick a fight? Because that's what it is.
Yeah.
You and I still pick fights with those guys at that age to go in there and tussle with them and try to burn them out. Why do you do it?
For me, it's challenging myself that I enjoy doing it. Training in the gym and training to failure. It's actually it gives me a euphoric high. To me, it's like my own type of drugs that I'm doing when I go to the gym. I train with someone younger because if I don't, there's not many guys, maybe Robbie Robinson, because he's an animal too. And it's unbelievable the way he looks. I even have a deeper respect for a guy that's in his 70s to look like him, shredded. But there's very few of those people around like you and I. So I have no choice but to train with somebody younger to, teach them my art and hopefully impose into them my philosophies to help them in life. But B, because they are, younger and have, supposedly more energy, that I could sit there and see how I can challenge myself to push myself. Because if I could kill that kid, then I know that I'm doing the right thing, that I'm training hard enough. And to me, it's just fun. I like doing it mentally. It's fun for me to sit there in the gym. And, I have guys that train and they're like, okay, what are we doing now, Rich? I said, then we come up and say, okay, we're going to do a tricep, this, and this. And we're not going to, we're going to do a drop set after it. And it's just, to me, it's just fun. Mentally, it's something that's fun for me. It doesn't have to be that I compete in the show. And I still like to, there's times when I can, relax a little bit. And then right now, coming into the season, into the spring and summer, I'm stepping up my training to get back in shape for, the summer, the spring and the summer. And, I just enjoy it. I go through cycles.
That's
this is
huge.
why I do it. I do it because I'm challenging my body to see how I can continue to improve. I could do nothing and sit there and let my arm just atrophy and, get a dad gut. And, I still love having abs, in 59, I still have abs and intercostals. And, it was a lot of times it shows, I pull my shirt to say, I still have abs, and it's fun for me. I still love training, legs, back, all these different body parts, I'm slowly improving. And